Okay, we are doing our Technique Tuesday for our level 1 and 2, our mini team, and our junior team. Okay, we are gonna go through all 5 ballet positions with just our feet first, and then we're gonna move into adding our port de bras, which means your arms. So, Courtney, go ahead and go into first position, and I have Courtney helping me so I can talk through and demonstrate. Okay, so we still want to think about keeping our body in a straight line and pushing our shoulder blades together in the back, and being nice and tall. But our focus is on our feet right now. So first position is like that piece of pizza down there that you all know about. We talk about it every week in class. And then second position, we're gonna tendu out, set our heel down. We don't wanna be too narrow and we don't wanna be too wide. We just wanna be comfortable and turned out with our hips turned out as well. And then we're gonna move into third position. So we're gonna tendu to our corner, and then we're gonna slide it right between your big toe and your heel. And our knees are nice and tight, sucking our thighs together. So relax a little bit, Courtney. This is typical, we see it all the time, and we don't want you to do this. We want to keep you nice and tight. Think about zipping up and like squeezing your thighs together. And then we're gonna move into fourth position. So we're gonna tendu forward, and we're gonna set our heel down. Same thing, nice and tight legs, nothing bent, nothing wobbly. Okay, and then we're gonna tendu and slide it into fifth position, which is like your heel pretty much goes right in front of your big toe with our feet turned out the same. You should have the same amount of turnout in this foot as you do in this foot. So if Courtney were like really turned out with this foot, that is wrong. We want it to be like a perfect V right in between her feet there. Okay, and then we're gonna add your arms in. We will also do this on the left. So that is your right feet, the right side of your positions. Now go back to first, Courtney, and now we're gonna do it on the left. So every time that you're moving around in your 5 ballet positions, your foot that's moving is the only one that's moving. The other foot should stay planted. So on your right, really quick, Courtney, go through your positions. So first, go to second. So this foot, her left foot, is never moving. Okay, third and fourth and fifth. That foot has never moved, so it's still turned out perfectly. So now go back to first, and now we're gonna do our left side. We're first, and then tendu out to second. Yep. And feel free to pause the video at any time if you need to slow down. Okay, and go into third, corner in. Yep, we're right in between in third. And then fourth, tendu forward, set your heel down. Yep, and then fifth, tendu, close it over your big toe. Okay, now let's go ahead and add in our arms on the right side. So for first position, we are a nice flat circle. So think of this as a pan of pizza, and this is your slice of pizza down here. So if your arms are up too high, the pizza is gonna end up on you, and you don't want that. If your arms are too low, your pizza's gonna end up on the floor. You want to serve your pizza to all of your classmates after class. So you wanna keep it nice and perfect right here. And our arms are also in a circle. Courtney, go ahead and turn to the side a little bit so you can see better. We do not want really pointy elbows, and we don't want to be a rectangle. We want to be a nice round circle, so think of holding a big beach ball is usually what I tell you guys. And also we want to be strong, not flimsy. So if I touch her, she's not moving. If she relaxes, she's like super flimsy and I can do whatever, and we don't want that. We are strong, strong dancers. Okay, if I were to put water on your shoulder, you would want it to run off of your fingertip. So if she has droopy elbows, where would the water go? It would go into your elbows, and then it would stop or fall to the floor or whatever. So we don't want that. We want to keep our arms nice and round and let it fall right off of your fingertips. Go ahead and remind them of our ballet hands, Courtney, kind of show them your hands. You touch your thumb to your middle finger, not cheeseburger hands, not Barbie hands, not blades, okay? We touch our thumb to our middle finger, and that keeps our hands nice and soft and nice and pretty. Okay, so let's add our arms in to our 5 ballet positions. And anytime we refer to arms, we call it port de bras, which of course is a French word. So first position, and then second position, our arms go out. Yep, some of us are still working on getting that little curve. My 3 and 4-year-olds go flat because they don't know how to curve. But for you guys, I want you to start curving just a little bit, not a big curve, just a little curve. Okay, and then third position, it goes up and over. Anytime our arm is over our head, it's not technically over our head, it's in front where we can kind of see it. So make sure that you can twinkle your fingers and see those fingertips. If she goes way behind, She arches her back and her rib cage sticks out, and we do not want that, okay? And we also don't want to go so far forward that we're leaning forward. We want to stay in a nice, tight line. Okay, so for third position, our one arm is still out in that second position where it was, but this one goes up and over. And then we go into fourth position. Okay, so the arm that was out now curves around and it's in your first position area. It's just like first position, but only one arm is there. And the other one stays up top. And then into fifth position, yep, and we typically go into high fifth, and then we switch down to low fifth just so everyone learns all of them. Okay, so let's do that on the left side. First, and second, and third, yep, goes up and over, and that's your left arm going up and over. And fourth, yep, so your right arm curves in front, and then fifth. High fifth, and low fifth. Good job. Okay, after you master your ballet positions today, I want everyone to work on a little bit of releve in just first and second position. So first position, Courtney, and we're just gonna put our hands on our hips for good balance, but try to remember to keep everything in a nice tight line and pressing your shoulders down, keeping that good posture. Okay, so we're gonna go up on releve, and we're gonna do, we call them calf rises or toe rises. We're gonna do 3. She's gonna rise up, and she's gonna go back down. That's 1, and back up, and down, that's 2, up, and down, and that's 3. So Courtney, go back up onto releve. Yep, releve means to rise. Okay, so we're rising up. Do not roll your ankles out. That is bad, that breaks our line. Okay, and don't roll them in. Yep, we wanna really focus on keeping the weight over like this part of your foot, just right centered on the ground. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little bit of extra balance into it. So we're gonna go up into releve, and we are going to look up, and we are going to look down, and we're gonna look to the right and to the left. And as you can see, it's hard, it's difficult. Courtney's moving because it's much harder to get your balance when you're looking all around. So go slow, do it as many times as you need to. Okay, now go out to second, yep. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna rise 3 times. Go up 1, yep, up 2, and we're staying centered, not rolling out, and going up 3, good job. And then we're gonna rise up, and we're gonna look up, we're gonna look down, we're gonna look to the right, and we're gonna look to the left. Good job. And do that as many times as you need to until you're kind of stable. We are going to start on the ballet bar with our left hand on the bar, and we are going to work through developing, which is called develope in ballet. Okay, and this is going to help you with your leaps, and it's kind of a strengthening exercise too. So we're going to start in first position, and we are going to draw up to our passe, turned out. So anytime that you do that, you want that heel to press forward and not drop back. That is bad, bad, bad. Okay, so make sure you keep it right there. Okay, we're gonna draw it up to a passe, and then we're going to develop it out. So it technically goes through a front attitude and then straight. Obviously, not all of you have the strength that Courtney has built up over the last couple of years, but we want some of your legs may be down here. That's okay. We just want you to be comfortable, and we want you to just be using your muscles and figuring it out, okay? And then we're gonna lower it down to a tendu, and then we're gonna pull it back into first position, okay? So if you, we'll go through the whole exercise, and then at home, I want you to, you can watch the video, you can pause it, kind of figure it out, and then I want you just to like turn on your favorite song. If it's a super fast beat, I want you to take 2 counts per thing. So it would be like 2 counts to go up, 2 counts to go out, hold for 2 counts, down for 2 counts, back in for 2 counts. If it's a really fast song, then we're gonna do 4 counts. So you take all 4 to go up, all 4 to go out, hold for 4, down for 4, back in for 4. So just find your favorite song, whatever you wanna do, and just kind of adjust how you need it to be. Okay, so once you do forward, which is called devant in ballet, okay, then we're gonna do à la seconde, which means to the side, but your à la seconde is actually to like the corner of your box. It's not necessarily out to the side. So Courtney is going to go to first, and she's gonna draw up into her passe, yep, and then she's gonna develop it out to à la seconde, yep, and hers is fairly high, and she's keeping her foot rotated out. That's the point. We wanna turn our hip out, we want to rotate out, and then we lower it down to a tendu, and we pull it back into first. And then we're going to go derriere, which means back or behind. So she's going to pull up into that passe from behind. Yep, you can go behind passe because it has to come out. Okay, she's going to go to a back attitude as she's developing it, which is this position right here. And then she's going to straighten it and make it go flat. Yep, your pinky toe should be up to the ceiling, not turned under. That is bad. When you're leaping, and your back leg is out, it should be pinky toe up, not to the ceiling. And then she's gonna lower it down, and then she's gonna pull it into first. And then we're gonna flip, and we're gonna do it on the other side. So at home, obviously you don't have ballet bars at home, just hold a wall, but try not to grip it because it's just for balance. You wanna be able to find your core and get your own balance. So just like touch it, don't necessarily like grab hold of a chair or something. Okay, so she's gonna draw up. Yep, and you can use your first position arms if you wish, and then draw it out. Yep, you're gonna develop it out, and then you're gonna lower it down, and then you're gonna pull it in. Yep, and as you can see, she's not just going like this, letting it flop around. She's using her muscles, and she's pulling it and pushing it where it needs to go, and she's resisting. Okay, back up, and now she's going a la Saucon, which means to the side. Yep, and then she's going back down and in, and then pulling it up into a back passe, and then developing it to back attitude into her full stretched leg, back down, and then pulling it back in. So this is helping you a lot with your leaps, because whenever you do a leap, whenever you do a straight leap, you are developing it forward, but we need to be turned out. And a lot of us have a tendency to be parallel. So if you're thinking about turning out as your leg is developing forward, obviously it happens fast in a leap, but if you're gonna do it on the ballet bar, your muscle memory, if you do this a lot, is gonna help you keep your hips and your legs turned out as you go into that leap. And same with your back leg, just for turnout purposes and strength, getting that back leg up. If Courtney, if you pull your foot up, if she's doing a straight leap with on her right, her back leg is gonna come up like this, and she wants her pinky toe to be towards the ceiling and turned out, so not turned under. So all of this developé stuff is really, really, really good just for muscle memory for leaps and for building strength in all those muscles that you need. So we hope this helps, and hopefully you are working hard at home since we don't get to spend time with you this week at the studio.